Flosstube friends, welcome back to my channel, Brick Cottage. My name's Lorraine and this is season 2, episode 6. Today I'm doing something a little different and I don't understand why it looks like I'm looking slightly away from you. I am using an iPad today. Usually I film using my iPhone, but I may have mentioned in the past I have tons of issues with storage. I mean, I have the Verizon cloud, the Apple cloud. I don't know. I just have storage issues. So every time I film, I have to offload all my apps, film, take it to work, try and upload at work because my upload speeds here at the house is like, when I looked at it, it's like 3 megabytes. I don't know what that means, MPs, whatever. So anyway, we're gonna try something new. I have the tablet out. I've never used it other than just looking up stuff like you would on a computer. So bear with me. I'm sorry it looks like I'm looking away from you. I can't figure out why that is, but you're not really going to be looking at me anyway because I'm going to show you all kinds of cool stuff that I've worked on since we talked in May. So today is June 10th, 2023. A little shout out to my youngest daughter, Ashley. She's 28. She won't see this. She's not a crafter. She's not into any of that kind of stuff. But I still wanted to acknowledge today's her birthday. And I hope she has a happy, very happy day with her family. And it's also StitchCon A weekend. So I've never been to a retreat, little long StitchCon. But I do enjoy looking at everything on Instagram, and I'll look forward to watching folks' recaps on Flosstube. So if you've been to a retreat or even to a StitchCon in the past, I would love for you to drop me a comment below and tell me about it. It looks like a ton of fun. So this video is for all of us who are not at a retreat this weekend and may need a Flosstube to watch at home. So hopefully I'll get this uploaded, like I said, today's Saturday, so I'll get it uploaded sometime this week at work, hopefully on Monday, and so we'll have something to watch later this week together. So let's just jump in and get to it. I have a couple of finishes, which I might have to insert a couple pictures along the way because one of them was a gift that I gave away and I didn't want to put it on the internet or Flosstube until I gave it to the person for her 60th birthday, or it was like part of her present. I have all my WIPs that I worked on this past month in May. I have new starts for June and pulled out some old WIPs that I'm going to work on. I have some restarts. I have my projects that I'm going to enter for the first time in the county fair almost completely done. So I'll show you that progress. I have a little bit of haul, made some more progress on organizing my floss, so, and just like lots of crafty goodness. The first thing I want to talk about, even though it's not the haul section yet, is look at my shirt, or I should say my sweatshirt. Isn't it adorable? This was a new design by Chantel at 141 Designs. I think her and her daughters worked on putting together this little image with the little girl and her hair. Let me stand up again. Her hair is like floss. The instant I saw it, I was like, yes, please, I'm ordering. Because it is just so flippin' cute. I can't wait for her to, she said she's going to offer more designs in different colors and in t-shirts because, you know, it is summertime here in Pennsylvania. It's actually kind of mildish weather right now. I have all the windows in the house open, so it's probably only in the 70s, but it's going to get warmer again this week, so we'll have to close the house up and turn on the AC. And then just to briefly touch on the weather, my heart breaks for the forest fires that are north of the border of us in Canada. We can't even imagine what you're living through because we have experienced just a teeny bit of the air pollution. I mean, it actually put us at red, like the highest level. And, you know, it was hazy. And like when you go outside, your eyes would itch. And my husband's like picked up this cough from the air quality. And like, it's just like, we've got just like a little drop of what everyone's going through north of us. And so I'm sorry. And I hope that you're okay if you're experiencing that. And just stay safe, everyone. Not to be a Debbie Downer, but just, I wanted to acknowledge that because I just am totally blown away that it's impacting us and it's so far away. But anywho, so Chantel, I look forward to t-shirts. I will be on the bandwagon with Little Miss Stitch Girl or Little Miss Cross Stitch Girl, and I would love a t-shirt, and like maybe in pink or blue or something fun like that. So let's jump into my finishes. So this one I finished. This is Lori Holt's stitch card. I think it was stitch card P. This was a little board I got at the thrift store. I think I showed you this. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. I had so much fun stitching it. I think this is some Waverly fabric. I did a covered button. I used some pinking shears to cut some fabric ribbon. I really wanted a nice bow like how Java Girl Stitches does. Like, she makes beautiful bows, but my bow just looked janky. So this is Lorraine's version of a bow. And I used the called for DMC floss that Lori Holt recommended, and I love it. I love this so very much. And I would never, I'm not the type of person who would probably like, I don't read books over, and I don't typically, like, there's maybe 1 or 2 movies that like I'll rewatch over and over for comfort. But as far as crafting stuff, like, I'm done. Like, I move on. I want to do the next thing. But this one, I could see me doing this again, either like for a gift for my eldest daughter that does so, or a gift for a friend, or I don't even know. I just think they're so cute. Anyway, I usually have them hanging. I have a little, it's out of camera, like above my bulletin board at work, my little home office. I hang it up there. So anyway, Lori Holt stitch card P, 14 count Aida, called for DMC floss, some Waverly fabric, probably from Walmart, a covered button, and a little piece of board from the thrift store that said something else on it. Love it! Love it, love it! Okay, so let's jump into, oh, if I have it, this is this place where I'm going to insert, I did a little itty bitty, it was called Quaker Quirky Moose. My friend Kathy turned 60 this year, and her husband did a nice little surprise party at one of her sister's houses. I think that was like 2 weekends ago. It was lovely. We did a barbecue. We visited. It was just so nice. And so for part of her gift, I made her like this little cross-stitch moose, and hopefully she'll either probably hang it on her tree or maybe put it in her camper, because she loves mooses. She loves them so much, and I just enjoyed stitching this little stitch. So I believe I have a picture of it, so if I can get it from my phone to the iPad to the iMovie to the universe, I will share it with you guys, because it was super cute. But anyway, so let me show you now the WIPs. I've got stuff piled everywhere. So these are from May that I was working on. This one is one of them that I put away that I'm going to finish up next year, even though I'm like super, super close. Let me see if I can give you the cover art. This is the one, Prim House Cottage Stitches, Hive Rules. My pattern is so beat up. Usually I make like a little working copy because I like to highlight stuff, but this one I just like went for it, and it shows it. It is beat up. So let me show you my progress I made. I'm just like so close. This is just a piece of 14 count Aida. I left off Hive Rules because I knew I wasn't going to have enough room. And really, I had to do a little bit of fudging in the bottom. I think I left out part of a motif here, but I did measure it out. I'm going to get loved. Literally, that's all that's left is the word loved and a little swirly heart. And then I can fully finish it on a board. And the colors are beautiful. And I know I should just buckle down and finish it, but no, I'm ready. I was ready to do something new. Here's my colors. Look, my floss is a hot mess. My floss is a very hot mess, but the colors are so pretty. I just used DMC on this one. Ugh, I'm embarrassed to even show you that. It's so messy. But anywho, so this was my second second spring working on it. It will definitely get finished next year unless I get a wild hair and decide to pull it back out and work on it again this year. So I'm going to put this one away. So I'm going to put that down here and we'll work on that next year. Here's another one. Here's another one that I should have done. It is, if you remember, this one is So Blessed by October House Fiber Arts. Another one, it just should be done, but I just lost steam on it, but it's adorable. So this is the last time you're going to see this one probably for a while. All I have left is to finish filling in this spool here with its like little tan color, and then the little motifs that kind of go whoop, up here. So, yep, so cute. I just lost steam on it. And this was a piece of, if you're new, this was a piece of 14 count Aidia that I originally had dyed a really vibrant pink. And I was going to do a Christmas stitch on it that I thought it would look cool and retro, but it didn't work out the way I envisioned. So I picked it out and then I used a little bleach on this and made it a more mottled, softer pink. And then I put this stitch on it. So anywho, that's my jam. I will finish that up probably again then. I'm thinking I'll probably whip this out like next year, maybe in February, late winter, early spring. So that one. Then let me find this other one. Let's see, I think this one here. And this one, those two bags down there I made. This bag is made by PT Bags. And it's Teresa Kogert fabric. And then look, I just got one of these new little charms from Fat Quarter Shop. And Fat Quarter Shop does their, like every month they have different sales, and charms and needle minders are, I might tell you wrong, I want to say like 20% off this month. So if you need some or want some, this might be a good time to buy them. But anyway, I put the Stitching with the Housewives on that bag because this is my October month to month, which is super, super close to being done. Look at that. I am so happy. So happy. I just have this last little pumpkin to do right here. I believe that's all I have left on the pattern. Yeah, that's it. There it is. There's the pattern. I just have this last little pumpkin to do here, and it's all done. And then my plan is to make this into a calendar, like to go above the calendar each month. And I've decided I'm not going to do all of these, even though I got the yearly month-to-month club subscription, which is over now because they're going to start a new one. And I think for the months that I wasn't like super, super in love with, I might wait and see, because their new one's called Weigh In. I didn't sign up for the club because I don't think I need 12 months of it, but I'm gonna wait and see what the design is, maybe for some of the month-to-months that I wasn't perfectly in love with, and substitute, you know, like use one of those patterns. And also that would give me some variety year-long in the kitchen. But anyway, this is Stitching with the Housewives, month-to-month. I didn't keep up with them, but I love it. And this one, I counted as my dark stitching, which means I stitched on it on the 13th, the 30th, and the 31st of every month. I've been pulling this out. I think I'm going to keep this one in the rotation and just finish it up this month. And then I do have some a newer Halloween one I want to start. And let me show you, like the floss, look, you can tell I'm towards the end. It's almost all gone. Very close. And then this is some thread bling that I got off of Etsy. Oops. I think it was called Sweet Violet. If you're interested, I can certainly tell you. If you put a note in the comment, I could give you that info. I'm not great at show notes. Like, sometimes, like I think last month I went like crazy and like tried to do a ton of show notes to see if I would get more viewers, if people would like that. It was about the same. The previous month I did show notes, so that was May. So April I did show notes, and like my viewership was like over 1,000 views, which is really cool, but like unusual for me. I'm a very small potato out there in the field of Flosstube, and that's okay. I mean, it's not like I'm, you know, trying to be like a superstar or something like that. But it is nice, you know, because I enjoy watching Flosstube, and I hope that I'm bringing and sharing some happiness with other people who like to watch Flosstube. So anyway, what am I saying? I'm saying that I'm horrible at show notes. I'm going to try, but if you really want to know who made this adorable little thing, just leave me a message and I will look it up and tell you, because I got several of them from her, and I was very, very happy, very happy. I didn't think that having floss pulling would be so fun. Like, I like love pulling it out of my bag every night when I come home from work and like working on it and look at all the little pretty stuff. But anyway, so this one's gonna stay in my current basket. The basket of nonsense that sits by my chair in the living room. Then my new, oh no, I won't go with that one. I'll go with this one. So this is my Christmas stitch that I work on the 24th, 25th. It's another month to month. I'm not making much progress on this one. Took the hoop off. Sorry, it's all wrinkly. Still got a needle stuck in it too. So I don't think there was really much to report on this one. Here's the actual pattern. I think I made a little bit of progress. I think I did this tree this month, and I started on this one. And I think I'm going to regret leaving the barn for last. But I did that on purpose because the barn is my favorite part of all of these. The barns are just so pretty. And this is another one where I could see me just pulling this motif out, this barn, and stitching it and making it like a little pillow for my Loggenberger basket that sits out in the living room. And I've been trying to make little things to sit in there for seasonal. And so I could see me doing that barn again too. So there's that one. I'm going to keep that one in the rotation. Let me show you, let me show you this one. Here's one that is not going to stay in the rotation. This is by far one of my favorite. This is becoming like the month-to-month show, isn't it? This is April. I mentioned last month I like to stitch seasonally, so I was working on this. And my youngest brother, Lauren, who's no longer with us, he had an April birthday, and so it makes me think of him. But I love the colors. So very, very pretty. I could probably work on this one every single day and not get bored because I enjoy the colors. But I'm going to put it away, and I'm going to save it for next spring. And then here is, this is called the Stitching with Housewives Flosstube episode. Unless, of course, you're Chantel, then we can do 141 too. I don't know. But anyway, here is an oldie from last year. Sorry about the glare. It's in a little page protector. I think this is another one I didn't make a working copy of. I just have the PDF. And I believe this is a free PDF that I won from Stitching with the Housewives, Priscilla and Chelsea. So this one, I think I'll just put away until next spring as well. And then I think that was it for this bag, just those two stitches. And so I'm going to put these away. I do want to show you this. There's the flosses for that April Classic Colorworks. Right? Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And then for the tulip one, I did DMC colors, and I may have substituted. I'm not sure. But very pretty. So that's going to go on the floor because that'll get filed underneath the sewing table here. There's a basket full of WIPs that I'm not going to work on right now. I think that was it for previous WIPs. Yes, it is. So let me get started on new stuff. And I guess just since I'm like on the Housewives theme, let's just keep trucking with them for now. So here's their little canvas bag that you can get at the Fat Quarter Shop if you like. I have this one, which I love. Here it is. I dyed my own fabric. Like, I am just like a hot mess. I got thread everywhere, or floss. And I kid you not, I must have unstitched and unpicked this corn stalk 3 or 4 times. I've had a rough last couple of weeks. Like, I think, well, I know I was struggling with depression. I mean, I do have depression. I take medication. I also have, I get migraines, so I work with a neurologist for that. So I have some issues sometimes. And then like, I perceive sometimes, like, if, my daughter Abby last night just like gave me like the pep talk of the year. Like sometimes like I might perceive like criticism or a comment as criticism, and then it breaks my heart, and then I get all upset, and then I get all mad, and then like I'm all out of sorts. So I don't know. I think I was out of sorts the last couple weeks, to be honest, because it was reflected in how many times I had to unpick this little corn stalk. But it's right now. Like right now, this is right. Like the stitches are on, they're good. I don't think the camera with the lighting in the room today is really showing how pretty that fabric is, but it's super pretty. It's a 14 count. I dyed it with teal, and I don't think, I might have maybe did a little tea on it as well, but it's really pretty, and it looks very similar to what they did. And in the garden this year, I don't know if you know, in the past, like I was a Penn State Master Gardener, which means like you did the coursework, you passed a course. It was like so many hours, and then you had to do so many hours, volunteer, blah, 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 blah. Well, anyway, I'm no longer affiliated with them or anything, because I just, you know, through life, I didn't keep up with the volunteer hours that I needed to do in the community to maintain that status. But obviously gardening is close to my heart. And last year I just didn't really do anything. So this year we did a lot of mulching and landscaping, and I got all the little garden stuff going. But we're in a drought. Like, we have no rain. Our rain barrel is dry. We are on a like a private water system for our neighborhood, so we are not allowed to use hoses. And we're supposed to be very careful with our water. But I was filling up jugs and trying to like keep the strawberry plants alive, keep the tomato plant alive. None of the seeds I planted germinated. I just couldn't keep them moist enough. So I hope we get some rain soon. If the weather switches and we start getting some rain, I will replant some seeds, if it's just even flower seeds, just to have a beautiful full garden. But maybe this will be the only garden I have this year. So anywho, I hope the weather is better than you're having, a more normal spring, early summer than, I guess it's early summer now, than we're having. It's just dry. It's parched. It's like August weather, like, except for the heat part, because it's not that hot yet, but like dry. So this one is another Stitching with the Housewives. I don't think I have the cover art in this bag. I don't. I apologize. This one is from last year, and I just pulled it out, and I'm going to get it done this year. It is wildflower mix. I think it's the coneflower seeds, which I do have some coneflowers. So whoops, let me pull that. Yep, there you go. And this is stitched on a piece of 14 count Aidia. It's the Hobby Lobby brand, and I love this color of navy. So this is going to be really cute. So that is in these two are in the current rotation, and I'm enjoying them very, very much. And they all have the called for Classic Colorworks hot mess I got going on here. But anywho, they're cute. Cute. All right, can I please show you something that's not Stitching with the Housewives? Right? This, they have their own floss tube. I don't need to do one for them. They are fantastic. I love them. So this one is one that I started last year for my eldest granddaughter, Elena. And it is, I'm not going to say this correctly, Crochet Go-Go. Did I say that right? Let me pull it out of the plastic so you can see the artwork. It's called Miss Ladybug, and Elena is called Ladybugs. So I was hoping to do this for her, and maybe someday she'd just hang it up in her bedroom. So I started it last year, and I was really, like, when I pulled it out this year to work on it, I was just like, So here it is. This is last year's. So I made a good bit of progress last year. And she has a June birthday too. So this works out perfect for a June stitch. What I don't like about this is my fabric selection. And obviously you can't feel it like I am. This is a piece of 14 count from Hobby Lobby. I don't know what it's officially called, but it's like super rough and crinkly, and the holes seem gigantic. And I was like, I picked it up this year and I started working on it. I was like, no, I'm not. Life is too short to work on something you're not in love with. So this one, I'm going to cut it out. And actually, maybe I could even salvage this part and put it on something for her. And then the extra, because I have extra, I'll just throw it in a donate box or a giveaway box, because maybe somebody else likes this fabric, this rough fabric, but I don't. I found that I'm really enjoying, like when I hand dye something, it makes the fabric like softer, and I like that texture. So I restarted it. And you're gonna see there's a theme. I restarted a couple things from last summer. So here it is, restarted on white. And this is just a Charles Craft, DMC, I don't know who, 14 count Aida. Not a very big start. And you'll notice that I had to change the flower color, because the original flowers are white with a yellow middle, which I would have liked to keep that, but it wouldn't, of course, show on this fabric. So I went with a lighter pink flower with a deeper pink middle, which is kind of like who I am. I love pink, and I like the pink and red together. And so this is going to be for Miss Elena, and I didn't measure out the fabric and cut it down. So I've got like this monster piece that I need to measure and cut down. So, oh, and then I want to show you the floss bling. This is the floss bling on this one from the same vendor I bought from on Etsy. See, like the camera's in a weird spot. I'm not even sure where I'm at here. Here we go. It says love. And there's the little charmy charm. So it looks like the camera's right here, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. But anyway, it's super pretty. I'm using DMC, the call for DMC other than the flower. So I'm going to put this back in the bag with the pattern. Keep it all together. So this one's going to keep, I'm going to keep working on this one June. I might carry it over to July. This I'm going to throw over here so I can add it to my wall of shame of stuff that I'm not going to finish. And let me show you this one. This is a patriotic one. Look, I'm starting to get sweaty. Like the sweatshirt might have to go. Here's a patriotic one that I adore this pattern. But again, it was started on that weird fabric. So here it is. Little House Needleworks, Suffrage Act, vote 1920. Can you believe that? 1920 is when we got the right to vote. I'm just shaking my head on that one. So this is the original. Again, on that exact same fabric. I must have had a Hobby Lobby run this time last year and purchased a bunch of this, because I like the color, but the feel is not for me. And so this one again is gonna, I'll put it over here. I'll cut off what I started and add it to the wall. But here, now this, I love this fabric. I love the way it feels. So this was a piece, and I did measure and cut it to the correct size, of like, I don't know what it's called. Like, it's like DMC or Charles Craft you get at Walmart, called Carolina Linen or Oatmeal, something like that. And it's softer. And then I dipped it a bunch in tea, because I'm not a coffee drinker. And then I added a little bit of pearl gray to my mixture that I was dipping it in. And it's really making this white, there we go, white show up a lot better. That was another issue I was having with this one. Let me show you again. The white just wasn't popping. My fabric to color choices, see, I didn't do a good job picking my fabric for this one. And this one does have a lot of white in it. It has that pillar, and then her dress is white. Yeah, her dress is all white. So this is gonna look stunning. So this one I'm gonna work on probably all summer. And then I might even work on it maybe in November for like election time. And this one, when I get it done, I definitely will, it's not gonna be like a crafty one, the finish, it's gonna be, I'm gonna frame it because that's like a piece of history there when women got the right to vote. And I am using DMC. And I don't have any floss bling on this floss. And these are just little baby floss drops I made out of scrapbook paper. And then this is a cross stitch clutch that I had purchased the pattern from Starlight Stitching Co. So that I made. And I don't know about you. Do you guys really enjoy that? Like, I enjoy not only the cross stitch part, but I love the embellishment part, like the supply part, like the bag, the floss bed or clutch, the floss bling, the little charms for your bag. I don't have any scissor fobs yet. I'm not really good like I'm great with a lot of projects like sewing, cross stitch, paper crafts, but like the jewelry making kind of part, I'm like, I don't know, I don't do so good with that. So I need to buy some. I need to buy some stuff. So anyway, so let me put this one away. That was from last year. I got it out this year, and I'm enjoying this one very, very much. I haven't worked on it very much this year. I think I did 1 or 2 nights on it to get back in the swing. This one here. So this is gonna, when I'm done with that October month to month, I'm going to finish this one from last year. Whoops, wrong pattern. This is the wrong pattern. This was a Lori Holt stitch card one. Well, shoot, Scooby-Doo. Oh, somebody's knocking. I will be right back. Could be a tree guy might be coming today. So let me hit pause. Okay, I'm back from the door. It wasn't the tree guy. And I apologize. I'm like looking that way. I don't know where the camera's right here. I don't know why it's not. I'm looking at it. But anyway, it was Gigi coming over to check on the tree guy to see if the tree guy was coming. Gigi and I, her front yard is my backyard. And we have a tree that's right next to our shed that is dead. We had it pruned a couple years ago, and it was, you know, and right now it looks really good in some spots. But the main trunk, where all the branches come out, the inside, it's like all termite damage. Actively, you can see that's like when the bark's coming off, and it's very dangerous. It needs to come down. So hopefully, the tree guy will come and take it down. So that was what that was about. Just Gigi coming over to check on the situation. So we were talking about Flosstube, and I was going to show you the Halloween one that's a Lori Holt using stitch cards. So she used this set of stitch cards, stitch card F, with another stitch card set that I don't have that's in my shopping cart. And then she did like this, like which ones you're supposed to put it. And I guess this was a 2020 free download at the Fat Quarter Shop. Here's my version that I was working on last year. And I've got thread hanging. Fabric I dyed myself. My October is not popping very much. So I might, there it goes. I might need to choose a different green for that October. Or I might just go for it. I don't care. And this will just be like a little something, something. I got a Halloween, I got a pumpkin at the dollar store last year, like a wooden pumpkin thing. And on the front of it, I will put this on. That's what I'm going to do. So when I get month to month done, this will be a Halloween stitch that I'll use to replace it. I also have this one I want to start super, super bad. And I already dyed the fabric for that one. It's in here. It's in here somewhere. Here's the fabric I dyed for it. It's super cool looking, like this neon greeny yellow and then some black speckles, and I think it'll look cool. So, and then also, speaking of Halloween, right now is the mystery cross stitch and quilt along with Fat Quarter Shop. I do have the supplies for that, and I do have a funny story about that when I get those out to show you. I may get online today and print out part 1. I think part 1 was out this week. So I don't know. That one might have to wait until closer to Halloween, but I do love their little mysteries they do with that. So there's my dark stitching plans. And, oh, here it is. Here's the cornflower one. Coneflower. There's the pattern. And then I have one more start that I just started 2 nights ago. It's my first roundabout. Stitching with the Housewives. Surprise, surprise. And I've got a great little board I'm going to show you that I got for finishing. Either this one or the board on the other side has like a winter theme. So this one is Berry Blessed. Worked on this last 2 nights after work. So cute. And I was doubting the Classic Colorwork color here. I think this is Eggshell. I was like, oh, that's not really going to show up. And it doesn't show up really great on the white, but that's what it called for. But when you get it all done, it does look good. It makes that red or berry pop. And this is just going to be a sweet little stitch. And the colors are so fun and vibrant for summer. So yeah, that is fun. Oh, and I do have a hoop in here and I wanted to share with you guys. So I am a hoop girl. So I learned on 14 count Aida from my aunt when I was in high school. And I learned to use a hoop. And of course at the time, as far as I knew, only DMC was available. And I do love DMC. I like, you know, it's so affordable. It's an easy way to get into the hobby. But now I'm like stepping into the fancy floss. But anyway, I hear people talk about stitching in hand, and I thought this was like some like weird idea or something. And then for these smaller ones, when I don't have so much fabric, I realized that from all the years of, you know, factory sewing, like especially in alterations where I did a lot of hand felling, like some couture work on the men's suits, that I can keep my tension pretty good on a cross stitch project without using a hoop. So that was kind of a new thing for me. I don't know if I'm any faster, but it is kind of nice sometimes not to have that hoop on these, because I like this size, and this is really like a 6-inch, which is really too big for something like this. And I'm finding that as I age, my hands sometimes get tired of gripping this hoop, but if I crunch the fabric up and just stitch, it is a little bit more comfortable. So if you haven't tried it, I would recommend trying, if you want to, stitch in hand on a smaller project and see if you can still get your stitches looking, you know, the same. They don't have to be perfect, but, you know, similar tension. And it's one less thing you need to have in your project bag. And also if you have, as we age, our hands get tired or arthritis, you know, anywho, or if you have 27 project bags going on, you don't have a hoop for everyone, maybe stitch in hand on a couple. I don't know. But anyway, and this is in the bag I think I showed you before. This is one of those Lori Holt panel kits, and I didn't follow the directions. Big surprise, so I accidentally cut her feet off. But I love the bag, and I have a couple more of the fabric kits panels to do. So I will do those too someday. Anywho, so now, so I think that's all the current WIPs and new starts. So let me share with you some more stuff that I want to work on this summer, which I don't even know how it's going to get in here. So I think I showed you this last time. This garden one somehow needs to get into the rotation. This came in the mail. I think this one, I'm just going to pillage the floss and set this one aside for now. There's the floss. There's the pattern. This was the last one that came. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to do that. I love the barn too. And I love how she did, look at the flag. I like how, like when the flags are elongated and they kind of look wavy. But like I said, I might wait and see what some of her new monthly patterns look like, so to get some variety on my calendar. But if not, then I will stitch this one day. But I'm going to pull the floss out so I have it for other projects. I'm going to just set that right there. And then this one is a must. This one I have to start. I'm thinking I'll like get this all kitted up and ready to start maybe the week of dropping off to the county fair, which I still have those to show to you guys too. My projects. This one has to be started this year. I loved it when I saw it last year. Knee high by the 4th of July. I was born in Iowa, grew up in Illinois, went to college in Kansas. So farming and grandparents in Ohio. So farming, the whole thing is in my blood. I'm not a farmer. But I love it. I love the farm scenes. I love all that stuff. So anyway, so that one needs done. Oh, this is on here too. This must be a free pattern that I downloaded. I will just flash it. You guys need to go to, it may be copied and distributed, but not sold is what it says. So it's a 2015, the Scarlet House. Land that I love. I didn't even know I had that in there. So a little bit longer than a flash because it says it can be shared. There's the info, so you can go to her website and get your own copy. That would be super pretty. And I think I would just do the flag. I'm not much of a house stitcher, so maybe I just keep the house out or do some other kind of motif down there. Very pretty, very pretty. I'm glad I had that in here. I didn't take note of that. Then this is another one. I got the fabric in here and I'm ready to roll. I showed you this before. Grab your balls, it's canning season. And I kid you not, my husband and I were at Roll King a couple weeks ago and they had a t-shirt that had the saying on it. And I was like, yes, please. So anyway, I got the t-shirt to go with this. I was hoping to do a bunch of gardening this year and have stuff to can, but that one I'll probably start maybe August, end of the garden season. This one is going to be my anniversary start, so I really should maybe today focus on getting everything together for it. Our anniversary is June 26th. We honeymoon in Alaska, so I'm going to do my first big girl type sampler. The only thing I'm going to exclude is this little weird bird right there. I don't know what that is. It calls for either DMC or Cosmo. I don't have any Cosmo, so I'll just do DMC. And it is called The Bear and the Moose. Bear and the Mouse. The Bear and the Moose by Jean Farish. Jean Farish Needleworks, and you can find her online. And I just love the bear, the moose, Alaska, everything about it. So that one I need to get kitted up. So that one I'm going to keep. The canning jars I'm going to put away for now. The knee-high by 4th of July I'm going to set aside for now. The State Fair I'll keep with my current stuff. This one I'll set aside because I'm probably not going to get to it, but I really want to. And then this one was not a planned one at all. It just kind of jumped in a shopping cart one night. This is my first blue flower pattern. I'm going to pull it out of the plastic because I really want to share this one with you guys. I think there's a sale going on right now. If you're interested, I'm not going to jump in there. But I love it. Again, I'm not so sure about this big old lodge, but I could definitely see like these smaller motifs pulled out and do like a bunch of little things for the camper. Just adorable. Or who knows, maybe I would do the whole thing. I don't know. But I just was like, wow, I love the, I guess it's a beaver and maybe a hedgehog toasting marshmallows over a fire. We've got a bear in front of a tent. We've got squirrels and raccoons at the picnic table. We've got a fox, and I can't tell without my glasses on what the other animal is in the canoe. So pretty. And then her pattern, so I bought this from them. It's not a colored pattern, but I can't really show you. There is, let me tell you how many pages there is to this, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 6 pages, which will make it super nice to work with. So I can just work with 1 page at a time if I do decide to do the whole thing, or even if I'm just going to do one of the little motifs. I looked it over and I thought it was really, really nice. So I'm excited about that one. So that one I think I'm going to keep in my current little working basket as maybe one to kit up and work on as well. And I keep all my little information in my handy little Fat Quarter Shop It's So Emma book that I made a little cover for. Love this. Love these little books that they have. So anyway, let me throw everything quickly into this basket, and then I have more and more and more and share. Let me get this out of the way. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for like hanging out with me. I was so looking forward to today. Like, I got up, got my shower, put on my little cross-stitch sweatshirt, because I wanted to share. So let me get the stuff that's over here that I want to share. So, I believe I shared this. This was a free pattern from Rose Cottage. Oh my stars. Adorable. I use Notting Hill Riley Blake fabric. And then my background white is Country Rose by Layla Boutique, and my backing is a pink fabric, probably Waverly or something. But anyway, here it is. It's not finished, and there's like a lot of mistakes. So this one looks good. I got my points. This one, like, I'm cutting off my points. So I just have my binding I got to put on it. This is gonna be a table runner. I'm not going to abandon the project because and this got a little funky over here, quilting. I got a bubble. Because, well, let me tell you why I'm not going to abandon it. Let me slip my glasses on and read the label I put on the back. So this is a quote from the Queen, and some of the fabric, this fabric was British themed. It says, "It's worth remembering that it's often the small steps, not the giant leaps, that bring about the most lasting change." Queen Elizabeth, it is attributed to 1926 to 2022. So, not to get all philosophical about a craft, a hobby, whatever, but I'm not going to get good unless I keep plugging away. I'm not going to learn how to get those points every single time to be correct if I don't have a few mistakes along the way. So this is going to be, it's pretty and it's good enough for me. I will use it as a table runner either on like one of my bedroom dressers, or I will use it somewhere in the house. So anyway, so I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's pretty, and I also want to share that it's not perfect, and nor should we expect perfection from ourselves, because it's good enough, and you can only get better by keep on trucking, keep on trying. Let me set this over here. Da, da, da. This is the one, the cross stitch that's not perfect, that I'm going to enter in the county fair. It's Lori Holt's mini silo barn. My own color choices, because usually we do not have pink barns. There is at least one place I know I'm off a stitch, and if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my post that said, "We have a problem, Houston," because as I was coming around with my border, it was not matching, and this star was like a different color. It was like orange. So I had to unpick it, move it over one to get everything to match up, and then that's when I decided to change it to brown. It's on a 14 count fabric flare that looks like chicken wire. I'm not sure what the official, if it says on there. Nope, it just says fabric flare. Purchased at the Fat Quarter Shop. And if I haven't mentioned, I purchased probably 99.9% of my stuff from Fat Quarter Shop, and or I add from the basic mix-in stuff from Walmart, like Walmart fabric, sometimes Waverly fabric. So there's that. Let me show you what I got in haul. Oops, I'm off camera, sorry. Speaking of my Chantel, hi Chantel. Anyway, I got this. So I need to paint this. I need to back this and make it beautiful. I'm going to use this fabric. So next month I will have it all done to share with you guys, and then I will let you know when it goes to the fair, and I will let you know how it works out, and I will show pictures of my stuff, and then I will take some pictures of the people who won, so you kind of get a feel for, like, you know, what's out there and what people who win do. So I can learn, because, you know, I'm probably not going to win because there's a mistake and it's small and it's my color choices and I don't know what they're looking for, but I love it. I'm happy, and I'm checking something off my list of things I wanted to do in my life. So you can buy this backing directly from Chantel. I got mine from Fat Quarter Shop. It allowed me to bundle more together, and I think I got something free in the mail, or I got something for whatever the price was. But anyway, so that worked out. So I'll have that next month to show you guys. And then my other entry, I haven't worked on it in a couple weeks, but I made a lot of progress. I'm going to work on it today when I'm all done with this. So this is my layer cake loop pattern that was free from Fat Quarter Shop, which I've showed you guys before. And I'm halfway done quilting it. I'm just doing a crosshatch. I want to say I'm using a 3-inch crosshatch. So I've got one set all the way done. I need to go mark my other lines going the other way. And then I did do a piece back, which I'm very proud of this. I'm very in love with this. Very simple, so because I didn't have any points to match, I am over the moon. And I love this pattern because it shows off, like, so I used layer cake, and it shows off like these, I love fabric with like all these cute motifs and designs, and that really suits to this type of pattern where it's big, not like a bunch of little cut up stars or something. Especially like that table runner, I realized that I lost some of my design, the fabric design, because I was cutting it up and making it, you know, into a star. So I'm learning about fabric choice as we go along, which is huge. The fabric is Riley Blake, Tasha Knoll. I think it's called Quilt Fair. I did get the coordinating fabric by Riley Blake. I got everything at Fat Quarter Shop. This is going to be the binding if I have enough. I haven't cut it yet to see if I have enough once I trim up, because I'll have extra fabric once I trim up too. I should have plenty. I should have plenty. I'm not even worried about it. And then I'm going to do that technique where you add some jumbo rickrack in the binding. So I have this and it's ready to roll. I think I have enough, but if not, I can order more. I got this on Amazon. I did my quilt label. I decided not to put the quilt label on before quilting because I didn't want to. I wanted to do the quilting, and then I'm going to add this label in this way. So I used one of the layer cakes, so it's already pinked, and I am going to hand stitch this. I'm going to have the pinked edges show, and I did little baby rickrack, and then I did like a little fancy stitch that looks like little cross stitches on my sewing machine to adhere it all. I used one of Tasha Knoll's little tags, and then I wrote on here, June 2023, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, made by, so that's me, Lorraine A. Shanebrook. So hopefully they'll just cover this up, because I talked to the lady, she said you couldn't put your name on it and that they will cover it up during judging, so not to influence somebody one way or another. And then I wrote, I was inspired by my grandma BJ Westcott of Logan, Ohio. She made many beautiful quilts during her life. She also participated in her local fair. I made this quilt to enter in the South Mountain Fair, Bigelow, Pennsylvania, Adams County. So someday, you know, maybe one of the grandkids will have it and be like, oh yeah, my grandmother did this and this is why she did it and blah, blah, blah. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll end up in somebody's yard sale for 50 cents. I don't know. But I like having a lot of historical data. So I'm super stoked about this one. I can't wait to share it with you guys. Love it, love it, love it. And when it's all done, I can't wait to like use it on a picnic or something. So where am I going to, I'll just leave this one right here. I'm out of space. There's nowhere to go. Okay. So we have more. We have more. So we did WIPs. We did new starts. We did the quilting. So let me show you a little bit of haul and a little bit of, oops, there's my phone. I'm like a horrible floss tuber today. First the door. Now my husband, he did great. He did his personal record of 68 out of 100 birds. I think they're doing sporting clays today. So let me just text him back. Good job. Okay, so floss organization, I am so close to being done. I don't know if you remember, if you're new here, I will insert a photo of my door. I'm putting all of my floss on a variety of floss drops, and then I have it hanging by 3M hooks on the inside of my craft room door. I'm close. This is it, guys. This is all I have left to do. And then every single DMC that I personally own is on a floss drop. It is on a sheet, which is not in this bag. Maybe I left it at work. I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, it's on a sheet where I've highlighted if I own that color. And then the goal is to take that little sheet to the shopping store, like Joann's or wherever, when they have like a sale on floss, when it's like, I don't know, 30 cents or something crazy. And I know which colors I need. And that way I'll have lots of floss. I can kit up any project, virtually any project, at least using DMC. So I'm super stoked. And this is one of those little itty bitty Lori Holt bags that I made from her panels. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, so there's that. Then let me show you a haul. Oh, speaking of Lori Holt, you know I love a good thrift store find. So look what I found at the thrift store. Somebody must have purchased this quilt kit, and they donated the box. Just one of those boxes with the magnetic. It's got a little bit of wear right there. But isn't this awesome? It's so pretty, and I can use it to store stuff in this room. Or I could put a project in here, like a smaller like quilt project I'm working on, and have it all kitted up. I paid $2.99. Like, you know, I pay more than that for a piece of plastic Tupperware to store stuff in. And it's not pretty. This is pretty. So I'm excited about that. I wanted to share that with you guys. So let me set this down here somewhere. I don't know where. Okay. There's more. There's more. Let me bring the basket over. And I have a funny story about my haul. Oh my goodness. I'm so embarrassed, but I'll tell you about it. So I don't know if you guys follow Carrie at Tiger Lily. I think there's other people too. They're so clever. They use these vintage. This one is a pillowcase, which I've purchased these in the past. We have some on our bed that I use, but they work it into their cross-stitch project bags. So I was like, okay, I can do that. And that is so pretty. And this was for 99 cents for real. Like, look at all the work done on that. It's so pretty. So that is going to go in, I'll throw that, I don't know where I'm going to put that, but that's going to go into a project bag. I'll just set it aside for now. Okay. Oh, and then when I said about that roundabout, I got this board at the thrift store. It's a cheese board. It came with the cheese board utensils. It was all brand new sealed, and I just gave them back the utensils. I don't need them. So originally when I bought this, I was thinking of a wintry roundabout so I can have the snowflakes. Well, then I was looking at that So Berry one. That would work on this side. So maybe I can make this a two-sided board. I could do the whole magnet washer thing, do my summery So Berry one here. And then when winter comes, I could do the magnet washer thing here and do a winter stitching with the Housewives roundabout and hang it up. So I'm so stoked. Again, like a couple bucks. I love the thrift store. I love it. I love it. So then let's see what I have here from the Fat Quarter Shop. A lot. I got some of these. The little sticky, already cut press on board, because you know that there's no way I could cut a nice circle. So I got the board. So I will throw that down there. Throw it down there. Maybe I'll have to edit all those out. Okay, then I got a new pattern to add to the mix for next. I don't have very many Easter or St. Patty's Day projects. So I like this one. I could have bought more. And I really like this little Irish looking girl. It reminds me of my youngest granddaughter, Lil. So anyway, I got that. I'm gonna work on. I'll throw that in my pile to put away for the spring. This is Life is Just a Bowl of Cross Stitch March, and that's by Pine Mountain Designs by Sandra Workman. And she stitched hers on 16 count parchment, Aida cloth, and she used DMC. So the only difference will be I'll use 14 count. This must have been a flash sale, I believe, at Fat Quarter Shop. I've been wanting a piece of this. I love fabric flair. I cannot say enough good things about it. It's digitally printed fabric that I love it. I love working on it, so I'm really excited to get a piece of that. Let me just sit that there for now. I got this from the Fat Quarter Shop, some Stitching with the Housewives ribbon. Maybe I can learn how to make a good bow. I don't know, but I got some ribbon. We also have, oh, I don't know why this is in here because I know I showed you guys. I guess I just need to put it away. The Stitch Card Peas. Let me get everything out of this bag. Oh, here is the floss bling. I did save this to show you guys. That I got off Etsy. Sophia Violet Designs. Perfect. I got these tags. Either at the dollar store or the thrift store to put finishes on. I got, oh, here's that. This is the pattern I did for my friend for her birthday. Quirky Quaker Moose. It turned out really pretty. This is a freebie I got from Fat Quarter Shop. If you purchase so much and you put a certain word in, I don't even remember, you got the little floss keeper for no charge. I recently ordered this set of stitch cards, and I did make this in a quilt block. Let's see, is that behind me? Oh, it's on the bulletin board. I don't know if you can see it. It's buried. You see it behind the bulletin board there? So I made that before. So I got those cards. I got some finishing fabric. This is going to be for that Hive Rules. I'm not sure who the designer of this fabric is. I don't know if it's Stitching with the Housewives or someone else. I apologize. I don't know. But I thought that would look really pretty. I have Floss Fix. I got two packages here. So I have one that is this one. I think this one's May. This one was the May Club. So once a month I get a little package of floss from the Fat Quarter Shop. And they're doing alphabetical. So Bing Cherry, Black Coffee, Blackbird, Black Blue, Blacksmith Blue, Blooming Crocus, and Blue Beadboard. So those were our May colors. And then June's just came yesterday. A lot of pretty ones in this pack. This one is Blue Beatrice, Blue Corn, Blue Moon, Blueberry Tart, Blushing Beauty, and Boysenberry Jam. So pretty. So we have those. Then let's talk. Let's talk about the idiot that I was and sent an email to Fat Quarter Shop because I couldn't find something that I thought I ordered. And I did have it. They did ship it to me and I did pay for it. Yeah. Anyway, so like I said before, I signed up for the mystery cross stitch. So I have the floss. I already have that. I'm not going to start it yet. And then I saw that they started the quilt and I'm like, geez, I know I've done the quilt the last 2 years. The first year I did my own fabric. Second year I bought their fabric because I did the math and it was just cheaper to buy. Well, not cheaper, but it was like cost affordable to buy it from them, and it's a more premium fabric. So I figured this year I was going to do it. I was going to buy the fabric again because I love what they select. And like, I could not find it. I could not find it. And like, my room has a lot in it, but it's like very, at least to me, it's organized. Like all the panels are together, all the 10-inch squares are together. Like everything has its little home. But I forgot that I put my haul purchases, my new Flosstube stuff in this basket. And before I used to keep it in an open wire basket over there, which I have a mending pile that I put there instead. So I had shuffled things and it messed me up. So I emailed them going, hey, I see under my name that I signed up for the mystery thing on my clubs. but it says inactive, but I can't find a shipping number. Did I buy it? Did I not buy it? Did you ship it? Did you not ship? They shipped it. They gave me the tracking number, so I knew that I've had it for probably a month, and I just was like, all right, I gotta find it. I had it. I felt like such an idiot when they like they must think that my room is like this huge disaster zone, and or I buy so much I don't know what I have, which is so not true. But I have it. And it's by Urban Chicks. Halloween. Whoops, let's see. Very pretty fabric. Very pretty. And the quilt they're doing does not call for the panel. They told us it didn't call for the panel, but I got the panel anyway because I thought it was cute. And it's a big old owl. So here's the panel that goes with the fabric. Here's part of the collection. So I might wait and see, since I have other things going on. I'm not going to stitch the mystery quilt right now, right along with Kimberly in the Fat Quarter Shop. I'll probably wait and see what the finished product looks like, which I'm sure is going to be adorable and cute. And then from there, I'll make it during September, October, and I may or may not make it exactly like that, or I may or may not add the panel, or maybe I'll do two quilts, one just like the mystery one they did, and then a second one using the panel. So I have two of them. But anywho, that was my story. Then the other thing, the last thing that I want to share with you guys that was kind of like, I messed up. So this is a public service announcement. Do not do what I do. Follow instructions. So I have this little janky glue gun that is just, I keep it in this little cardboard box. And I've had it a while. It takes the mini glue sticks. I use this to help push things through so I don't burn my fingers, but I still burn my fingers. It works, but it's not like I wanted something stronger. So I ordered this. And it's supposed to be like a really, really good glue gun for finishing. And it says on there, do not use many glue sticks. And I'm thinking, do I really need to buy the Gorilla Glue sticks? I'm going to use the ones I have because I have a whole package of them. This is what I'm going to do. And it warned me. Will not come through tip. May melt inside your glue gun. Guess what happened? Did not come through tip. Melted into my glue gun. So I don't know if the glue gun's ruined or not. I went on Amazon or Walmart and I bought the glue sticks I'm supposed to be using with the glue gun. I'm going to plug it in later today, let it heat up. I'm going to try and put one of these big glue sticks in it and see if I can push out the ones that are melted inside of there. So wish me luck. If you're like me and you're thinking, I don't need to get what they say to get, don't do it. Just buy the right glue sticks. So I'm gonna try and salvage this glue gun because literally I used it on this finish here. And I had a mess because the glue sticks would not come out. So anyway, so that is it. That is Flosstube in the books, done. Season 2, episode 6. I will do some editing because I stopped and started. I will probably cut out, hopefully, all those times that I'm like throwing stuff around the room. I don't know. Hopefully I can get this uploaded. Wish me luck that the iPad is going to be the answer to my storage solution needs, and that I get all the stuff done that I want to get done today. And until I see you next month, happy stitching, happy quilting. Don't take yourself too seriously. Love yourself, love your family. I just keep rambling on because I don't know how to wrap this up and put a bow on it. So wrap it up, put a bow. I'm done. I will see you guys next month. If you like to, subscribe, share, follow me on Instagram, all under the handle Shannon Brook Cottage, however you want to say it. ShaneBrookCottage. And I know that part's definitely getting cut out. And the reason why I say that is because my husband makes fun of me, because obviously it's his last name, and he's like, in Bonnieville we say, because like I live, like I have a Gettysburg address, but I really live in a town called Bonnieville, if you must know, or outside of there. I'm not even in their town. Anyway, locally it's Shannonbrook, like it's an A in there instead of an E. But if we go someplace else, we have to say Shanebrook, otherwise like they don't write our name right. So anyway, he says that I say it wrong all the time, because apparently there's two ways to say it depending if I'm in Bonnieville or if I'm in one of the bigger metropolises like Gettysburg or Hanover. Oh my gosh, I'm a nut. Like, I haven't been on here forever, and I'm just like, woohoo. You can tell I've had a couple weeks of like depression, because like I was down in the dumps, I was crying a lot, and now I'm like, I'm climbing, and my meds are supposed to keep it like this, but who are we kidding? Like today, I'm definitely on the manic side. Like, I'm gonna get a lot done, I'm gonna have a lot of fun, and I've just revealed so much about myself. So if you made it this far, oh, one last thing, definitely if you made it this far, I will get on my, the computer and see if anybody was interested in that last giveaway. To be honest, the comments that I read up to this point, I don't think anybody like used the word porch. It was for some 1980s vintage cross stitch patterns. I don't think anybody was interested in them, and that's fine. You're not hurting my feelings, because I didn't want to stitch them myself, and maybe you're working on other things yourself as well. So I will look. If there is something, I will add a little blurb about who the winner is, but I don't think there was, so no worries there. And I don't have a giveaway this week either, because I just don't. I do appreciate you guys being here, and I will have giveaways in the future, but I don't this week or this month. So anywho, bye.